Hey guys, how's it going? I'm gonna do a quick video on how to prevent rot from spreading. If you can see here, the Stenoceras pernosis I have has a little bit of, it's rotting here at the end. So first I'm going to remove the spine here, and you'll be able to see that this is really, look at this, it's really mushy. Yeah, it's really, look at this, it's mushy. So, and it's a little mushy up here too, which is a shame because this might be affecting the apex. The apex, if you don't know, is the center of the center growth point of the cactus. So, I'm going to show you what I do. I use, for something this small, I will use napkins. And I'll show you how I use my napkins. So, this is really squishy, so this will be really easy to do. What I do is I will squeeze off this. Squeeze off whatever's rotten. Look how ugly it is inside. It's totally brown and mushy. So I'm going to remove everything that's brown and mushy. I will remove with napkins. You could get a blade and cut further in, but I don't want to cut whatever is not necessary to cut off. So we're going to see how far in this goes. If it goes all the way to the center, I will be using a blade to cut this. Yeah, this is pretty bad. So yeah, napkins. Look at this. All this nasty stuff. So I'm hoping it's not that deep. It doesn't seem like it's that crazy, but we'll see right now. I just gotta keep wiping away till it looks green. Again, if this was there was a lot of rot, I would totally make a big chop. Okay, I think I'm almost there. Yeah, you know what? A lot of this seems really mushy. I think I'm going to remove this whole rib. Alright, give me a moment here, guys. Okay, so I'm going to just remove the top rib, because you see how it's dark up here too. So I'm just going to remove this top rib. There's a little bit of good flesh there, but there's a lot of bad flesh too. I'm going to go a little lower. Going to try to cut around the rot. It's still mushy here. Cut off this rib right here. Trying to be gentle here. I don't want to go further deep than I want to. So here I'm removing this. Let me remove some of this now. I think the apex might be okay. More easily, if you wanted to, you could just chop the tip off, and then you'll have a mid cut. which is I like mid cuts, but I'd rather keep this as a tip. So I'm gonna wipe away till I see green. Yeah, this is looking pretty good. Not fully green yet, but it's kind of yellowish. But yeah, I still have more mush to. I still have more mush to remove. Okay. So you know what? Let me cut a little more off up here. Make this a clean cut. Cut a little more off. Just ever so slightly. Right. Cut a little more right here. Oh, throw this away. So you can see how much better this looks. You see the green? This is what you want here. And I didn't want to use a blade, but I kind of had to this time. And I'm going to use it a little more to get just another thin layer off of the rot that's over here. Seems like it's a little deeper. Yeah, I was trying not to, but it's seems like it did go a little deeper than I was hoping it would. But I don't want to go any further. So I'm just gonna wipe away whatever's here. Still, there's very little mush here. I'm trying to get as much off. Ideally, I wouldn't want to damage the apex. The apex is right in the middle. If the apex is not damaged, it may look a little funky, but it'll start growing and then start growing up. And once it keeps growing, it's gonna look like it's gonna have like a big missing part of the rib, big scar, kind of like this one right here. You see how they had some rot on the top, so it'll look like that, and then it'll continue growing. The alternative would be to just chop it from here below the rot, and then it'll branch out. Which mid cuts are cool, but I kind of want to keep this tip. I've had this one. It hasn't pupped, and since it hasn't pupped, I don't want to force it to. So I'm hoping, and this is a Pernosis, Stenoceras Pernosis. Still looking a little orange, not fully green. So yeah, I need to keep using these napkins. And I use the napkins a lot for my dragon fruit. If I see a little bit of rot, like on a side of like one of the ribs, I'll pinch it off and I'll wipe down with this, and then I'll put sulfur. So there it is. I cleaned up the really dark stuff. And then what I do is I'll dab on some sulfur. And I'll just keep an eye on it. Let's see. Yeah. And I'll just keep an eye on it. I'll do an updated video on this one. So this is the Stenoceras Pernosis that had a rot at one side of the tip on one of the ribs. So this is what it's gonna look like after I cleaned it up. let's see how it heals, huh? I'll do an updated video on this one. I'm gonna do a separate video just so I could do an update on the second one also. So this is a slight rib rot at the tip. All right, I'll do an updated video, guys. Cheers.